Why are some of America's closest allies turning away from visiting the United States? What has suddenly changed that once eager tourists and travelers from these powerful countries are now rethinking their plans? Could it be politics, rising costs, safety concerns, or something even deeper? In today's world, the USA has long been seen as the land of opportunity, the dream destination for vacations, studies, and business. But the latest data paints a different picture, one that shows a steep decline in USA-bound travel from countries like Japan, Canada, and Germany. Even traditionally friendly nations, such as Australia and Sweden, are showing signs of hesitancy. This isn't just a minor dip in numbers. It's a serious shift in global travel sentiment. Welcome to Wanderlust Ventures, where we dive deep into global trends, untold stories, and the real reasons behind what's changing the world as we know it. In this video, we'll explore 7 countries that are stepping back from USA travel in 2025, why it's happening, and what it could mean for America's image, economy, and diplomacy. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a thought-provoking global update. Let's dive in. Number 7, Japan. Japan. Is safety no longer guaranteed? Why are Japanese tourists skipping America in 2025? What's keeping one of the world's most tech-savvy nations away from Times Square and the Grand Canyon? Once one of the biggest sources of international tourists to the USA, Japan has seen a significant drop in travel to America. The biggest reason? Safety concerns and gun violence. Japanese citizens, known for their low-crime culture, are increasingly worried about mass shootings and rising crime rates in major USA cities. Headlines and viral videos often show violence on public transport, in stores, or on the streets. Images that deeply affect Japanese families planning vacations. Another issue is the strong dollar. With the yen struggling, a trip to the USA feels increasingly expensive, especially when compared to destinations like Southeast Asia or Europe. So while Japanese people still admire American culture, movies, and fashion, traveling there now feels like more of a risk than a reward. Number 6, Denmark. Is America losing its progressive image? Why are Danish citizens turning their backs on visiting the USA? Could it be that the American dream no longer matches their values? Denmark, often rated among the happiest and most progressive nations, is quietly pulling back from traveling to the USA. The reasons are rooted in ideology and practicality. Many Danes feel the USA is moving away from values like equality, sustainability, and inclusiveness, especially with political polarization and contentious debates over rights. Healthcare costs are another major turnoff. Even a short trip to the USA feels risky. What happens if you fall ill? Danish travelers are used to universal health care and often worry about the astronomical cost of emergency services in America. Adding gun violence, racism reports, and strict immigration policies, and it's easy to see why many Danes are choosing friendlier and more aligned destinations. Number 5, Germany. Germany, where did the trust go? Is the USA still seen as a safe and welcoming partner by Germans? Or is trust beginning to fray? Germany, with its deep historical and economic ties to the USA, is also pulling back from transatlantic travel. One big reason? American visa procedures. Long waiting times, intense screening, and the perception of being treated unfairly are turning many Germans away. Moreover, the environmental consciousness in Germany is clashing with America's perceived inaction on climate change. Many Germans now prefer to travel within the European Union or to countries that promote green tourism, rather than flying across the ocean to a nation that still has internal debates about basic environmental issues. Culturally, Germans are also more critical of America's fast-paced, commercialized travel experience, opting instead for more sustainable, educational journeys. Number 4, Australia. Australia. Are the costs just too high now? Why is the number of Australian travelers to the USA dipping? Is it just about airfare or something deeper? Australians have always loved the excitement of a USA Disneyland, New York, the open roads of California. But in 2025, skyrocketing airfare, accommodation, and insurance costs are making Americans' destinations look less appealing. With the cost of living rising globally, Australians are now choosing cheaper, closer destinations like Bali, New Zealand, or Japan, which offer great experiences without the financial strain. Also, the lack of strong gun control in the USA is a consistent concern for Aussie families with kids. There's also an increasing feeling that Australia's strong COVID-era controls and medical standards put it at odds with America's approach to public health and safety, making some Australians think twice before booking. Number 3, Sweden. A matter of values and safety. Can a country that prides itself on peace, equality, and neutrality feel at home in the USA? Sweden, a country known for its progressive values, gender equality, and peaceful society, is increasingly uncomfortable with America's social tensions. From rising anti-immigrant rhetoric to police brutality and gun crimes, Swedes are starting to view the USA as chaotic and even dangerous. They are also frustrated by border controls and long visa processes. A simple vacation shouldn't feel like applying for a government clearance. Swedish tourists now see better value in visiting destinations that are simpler, safer, and more culturally aligned. Another issue? The American healthcare system. Even insured travelers worry about the massive costs of a hospital visit or accident, which are rarely a concern in Sweden. Number 2, France. Is America still the cool destination? Is the romance of America fading for French travelers? What's replacing that allure? France has always had a love-hate relationship with the USA, fascinated by its pop culture, but skeptical of its politics. In 2025, French tourists are visiting America far less than before, and the reasons are clear: rising costs, gun violence, and political division. The perception in France is that the USA is becoming more extreme, socially, politically, and even economically. Many French travelers say they don't feel safe or welcome anymore, particularly in areas where foreign languages or accents might attract attention. Another growing factor is the climate crisis. France has taken bold steps in reducing emissions and green travel, while the USA is seen as lagging behind. That makes France's environmentally conscious citizens opt for countries that reflect their efforts, not contradict them. Number 1, Canada. Canada, what happened to the friendship? Why are more and more Canadians deciding against visiting their southern neighbor? Has the USA pushed its closest friend too far? This one stings the most. Canada and the USA share the world's longest land border, deep trade ties, and rich cultural exchange. But in 2025, Canadian travel to the USA has sharply dropped, and not without reason. Canadians are concerned about mass shootings, racial tensions, and political instability. Social media and news cycles constantly amplify stories of violence, turning familiar American cities into places of anxiety. Another frustration is the lack of healthcare reciprocity. Canadians are used to comprehensive, affordable medical care, while a single visit to an American emergency room could mean thousands of dollars in charges. Also, rising border tensions and issues like unfair treatment at customs have caused many Canadians to feel less welcome than ever before. The emotional bond is still there, but the practical decision is becoming stay home. Subscribe now for more unfiltered global truths. If this video opened your eyes to a trend you didn't know was happening, make sure to hit that subscribe button and drop a comment telling us what shocked you the most. Do you agree with these countries stepping back? Or is it all just media noise? Stay connected, stay aware, and keep unfolding the truth. Only on Wanderlust Ventures.